There you go.
Hi boys and girls. So today we are putting our organisms in our eco column. So to start with, I'm going to need this beaker here so that when I separate, I have some place to place our terrarium. Otherwise, as you can see, it would fall over. So we have our terrarium, and earlier I tried the video, but it got interrupted. But I do want to tell you that I took some scissors and I went in, and I do have a couple more that I have to cut down. I wanted to cut down the grass a little bit because it's a little too tall, and the crickets that we're going to put in can actually climb up the grass, and the last thing I want them to do is to try to escape. So we're going to cut down that grass a little bit because, you know, when we put this in on Wednesday, there was nothing. And on Friday, we had alfalfa growing really nicely. And then by the following Monday, we had all this ryegrass nice and tall, and as of today, 1 week later after planting the seed, I've actually had to trim it. So you can see everything's nice and tall in there, okay? So, and you may have seen, no, we're good. Okay, so we're gonna set this aside for now that we've trimmed that up, and put the cap back on. I'm gonna set it aside so that we can work on our aquarium. So with our aquarium, I wanted to have some plant in there as well, but unfortunately for the number of plants that number of eco columns that we're making, it wouldn't make any sense to place a large order through the school. So, because we can only get a large order. So instead I tried to go to a pet store and get some plant, but honestly, the cost of the plants was really prohibitive. It was just too much. They were about $6 a plant, which doesn't sound like a lot, but when you figure that I have 4 of these to do, I just wasn't willing to spend that kind of money. So what we do have though are some goldfish, some feeder goldfish that honestly would normally be fed to other fish. So we're gonna catch these and we're gonna release them into our eco column. Come on, get out of there. Get out, there we go. All right, we're getting them out. Scoop up these guys, scoop, scoop, scoop. Oh, am I gonna, yeah, I got all 3 in one shot, look at that. All right, now can we get all 3 out? One's out. Come on, figure it out. You can do this. All right, you're not too bright. Oh, they are goldfish after all. So we're gonna just let them fall and plop, in they go. All right, good. So we are all good. We can get rid of this water because now it had fish in it, so we're not going to use that. So now we got our lovely goldfish swimming around, and I'll put some goldfish flake. I'll put some flake food in there for them tomorrow after they settle and they're not so nervous. All right, so we're going to take this and we're going to set this aside temporarily and bring our terrarium back. Now our terrarium, we're going to add in, or to our terrarium, we're going to add in some crickets. We only lost one. He turned red, which is a little bizarre, but that's okay. Now, obviously these little hoppers are going to be a little tricky to catch, but we're going to use these cups, catch them in a cup, hopefully. Come on, you can do it without harming them, because obviously we want them to be safe. Whoa, got to take that lid off. Safe in our little environment that we've created for them. These little hoppers. Come on, guys. Come on, you can do it. Come on, get in there. Good guys. All right, or girls, who knows? Actually, I think they are males. You can tell because they are missing a piece that sticks out their backside. The ovipositor, as they call it. All right, so we get all our crickets in there, and they're gonna be just fine. And now we gotta make sure that the cap stays on nice and snug. Otherwise, they could try to climb out. And we've had that happen in the past. So we're gonna keep that nice and snug just like that. And we'll be able to observe them in the grass for a few days and see how things go before we decide what pollutant is going to have an effect on them. We place our terrarium back at the top and we have our finished eco column. I didn't find the worms that I was looking for, but I'm gonna continue looking. The first kind of worm was a mealworm, and that needs a drier environment. Otherwise, in the moist, warm environment, it would hatch. and we don't want any sort of weird beetles or anything else bizarre in there, because God forbid that gets out. We don't want them running around the school. And I didn't find the size earthworms. The only earthworms I could find were very large, and 1 to 2 of them in here would have been too much for that small space. So for now, this is going to be our eco column. We'll get some food in there, and we will watch them for about a week, and then we'll determine what pollutant we are going to observe, whether it has an effect on the terrarium and or the aquarium. We will find out. For now, see you later.